Before the track was named Circuit of the Americas, the project's largest investor, Red McCone, wanted it to be named Speed City. The first driver to finish a lap of the circuit was US racer Mario Andretti in a Lotus 79. The car won the 1978 World Drivers' Championship there. Lewis Hamilton has been a relentless
One, two, 1, 2. Audio check, audio check. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Motive Racing YouTube channel for tonight's action here at Miami for the third round of the Formula 1 League here for Season 6 on the F1 23 game, the EA Sports F1 23 game. And as you can see tonight, we've got 14 drivers on the track. We're a bit late getting started tonight. We had a 30-minute delay getting qualifying underway. Unfortunately, due to some issues in the previous lobby. First of all, I couldn't get an invite in. Then the host got disconnected. Senna, our new coordinator actually for the F1 League here at Motive, alongside Matty Pitt, himself and Matty running the show this season, and I myself doing the commentating. And obviously, you know, I can be a spare set of hands. I can help out with the coordinating, but ultimately, I'll leave that to those guys because I'd much rather just rock up and do the bit that I enjoy, which is commentating. But yeah, Senna doing a great job of managing to get everything up and running nonetheless, despite the issues which we've run into tonight. He's managed to keep a brave face on it, and we are here. We're ready to roll for this qualifying session. In fact, we're almost halfway through it, and it's currently Cameron sat on provisional pole position, the man who put it on pole at Bahrain in the first round of the season, and he's had some pace here as Cameron in his inception to Motive. We've seen already what he's capable of. Can we see more of that here tonight? Wasn't around last week at Saudi Arabia for obviously the race at Jeddah, which was quite an eventful one actually as well. To be fair, we've had two very eventful races so far this season, but Cameron, can he build on his what was a strong result at Bahrain in the opening round of the season? I think he took the win, I believe, at Bahrain, if I'm not very much mistaken. Was it the win? It was the win, yeah. So obviously on his debut he did a fantastic job, and can he continue that on here? But Tezamaza sat in second place, a driver who we've seen across 3 different titles now on the F1 game here at Motive. He's a bit of a veteran, he's a known quantity as this man, and obviously he's right up there at the moment, within a tenth of a second of the provisional pole time. Can he improve? All he needs to do is find 0.02 of a second here on this current lap that he's on, and he'll be able to put it on pole position. So he's currently charging around the middle sector of the lap. We've got Senna not too far behind him on the track as well as on the timing board. Papa Squanch in the pits, he's just coming out now, so he'll get out in time to do another lap. Mutts Nuts currently P5, our championship leader for this current season is the Mutts Nuts. We'll come to the championship standings very shortly, but consistency, 2 podiums so far this season. What more can you expect? What can you ask for? But Mutts Nuts here coming to the final few corners. He's putting it into the pits, so he's not going to improve on his current lap that he's on at the moment. As we just see there that somebody's moved up the order. V10 Ultra's moved himself up into P5 with that last lap that he was on there. T's driving around the middle part of the lap at the moment. You've got Sean currently on the out lap, Freddie in the pits. Sean and Louise making his or her debut. I mean, so here's the thing. Their Discord name is Aiden, but the PlayStation name is Shauna, so I don't know which one is playing tonight, but anyway, Shauna Louise currently on an out lap. We've got Andrew Pittsmith as well, P12, Dino and A. Thompson still yet to do lap times in this session, but we've got to get on board with Tezamaza, who's coming into the pits actually, so He's clearly going for a change of tyres. Obviously still plenty of time left in this session. We're only just halfway through, just over halfway through the session at the moment, so still plenty of opportunities for the drivers to get some times on the board here. And it'd be interesting just to see what everyone can do here. We've got Emma in the comments, who's the other half of Aussie Albie. Aussie Albie races with us on Project Cars 2. Also, shout out to the Project Cars 2 leagues, which will be starting up in a couple of weeks' time. Very excited to be seeing the return of the Project Cars 2 leagues, the Clio Cup on Tuesdays and the Touring Cars on Thursdays, albeit a bit of a debate as to whether we're going to have the Clio Cup on Tuesday. That is currently the plan, and barring any intervention, successful intervention, that will be the case, but there is an intervention currently being attempted to try and change that, which is perfectly reasonable. Obviously, if if the consensus is that that's what people want, I'm more than happy for that to happen. But ultimately, at the moment, as things stand, it will be the Clio Cup on Tuesdays and the Touring Cars on Thursdays. But Emma there shouting her support for the Mutts Nuts. Obviously, she knows the Mutts Nuts because she's the other half of Aussie Albie and the Project Cars 2 community. Very close knit. Everybody likes to have a bit of a chinwag when they're online together, playing in the online lobbies, outside of when they're doing league racing. So always good to see that Emma's checking out the F1 tonight and voicing her support for the Mutts Nuts. But he's currently P7 at the moment in this session. Also, as I said before, the championship leader for this season so far. He's had 2 podium finishes in the 2 races that we've had. And yeah, he's doing a fantastic job so far on this F1 23 game. Currently just over a second off of the provisional pole time being set by Cameron as things stand. Cameron and Tezamaz are the top 2, both in the pits at the moment, as we see the Mutts Nuts coming down the back straight towards the final section here. Just 2 corners to go. The left-hander, there's a flat-out kink followed by the final. Well, it's actually really, there's 2 corners that aren't really even corners after this, so this is kind of like the final corner. Really, here we come then. So flat out from here, Mutts Nuts negotiates the first of the kinks through the second of them now and up towards the line. What is it going to be for him? And he doesn't improve, stays in P8 for the time being. But we've got Senna currently on out lap at the moment. He'll be starting his flying lap in a few moments' time. We've got Papa Squanch here coming into the pits, so he's not going to improve just at the moment. What about Sean? He's just going through the first sector at the moment. We've got Freddie on a flying lap. He's just coming towards the end of the middle sector by the looks of it. So we're going through the final part of the lap in a few moments' time then. We've got Cameron in the comments says Senna is going to get pole by at least a second, he says. That's a bold prediction there, Cameron. I wouldn't bet on that because so far he's 3/10 adrift of yourself, so I wouldn't put yourself down that much. But here comes Freddie then through the final few corners. Currently P10 in this session. Can he move himself up the leaderboard a little bit here as he comes up towards the line? He stays in P10 for the time being, so no changes there for Freddie. What about Senna? He's just coming through into the final, through the middle sector, and then we'll be hitting the final sector in a few moments' time. And Sean is just going through the final sector right now as well. So let's see what Sean can do as he's coming through this final section. He's also coming into the pits. Every driver that we flick to on a flying lap coming through that final section seems to come into the pits every single time we flick to somebody. it's like, it's almost a guarantee. Mutts Nuts comes over the line. Still P8 in this session. Looks like he's had an invalid lap because the timer's still going despite the fact that he's passed the line. Oh, Senna's disconnected again. You're fucking joking. Oh, for God's sake. Not again. Will it let me invite him this time? It's not going to, is it? Oh, it is. Hold on. Hold on. Apologies for this, guys. I'm just getting Senna back in this session. This is a joke. This is ridiculous. What on earth is going on with this game? What the fuck is this shit? Sorry, I do apologise, but this is just a joke. Okay, so apparently he's in the session already. According to my telemetry on here, it says that he's rejoined. So, unless he says otherwise, according to my telemetry, he's actually joined the session. It won't let me invite him. It says he's already in. So let's just hope that that's true. In the meantime, Papa Squanch is just coming to start a flying lap at this very moment. Senna's still in the pits, so he hasn't moved at the moment, which suggests he hasn't rejoined, but it will not let me invite him. Mutsnuts goes up into 4th place, nice up there from the Mutsnuts. Gets himself to within 0.3 of a second of the provisional pole time. Couple Squanches out there at the moment, currently P5. That guy Sean on an outlap. V10 Ultra on a flyer coming through the first sector. You've got Mr. Basil leaving the pits now. T is on a flyer just going through the middle sector at the moment. Freddie in the pits. Shauna Louise is out there at the moment. They've got Andrew Pittsmith and Dino both in the pits. A. Thompson currently on an outlap here. But the big news is that Senna, as far as we can see, is disconnected from the session. I'm going to try and invite him again. Let's give this another try. Are we restarting the session again? Let me just have a look at the Discord. See what's going on. Right, I've just sent her an invite. I've sent her another invite, but in the meantime, Cameron is still the provisional pole sitter. I'm just thinking, could we maybe restart and manually set the grid order? I could host. Senna, if you're listening in the comments, let me know what's going on. Would you be up, or if you're listening or you're on Discord, whatever, would you be up for me hosting? I just don't know. I actually, I don't know if it's worth the risk using my own, because my own Wi-Fi I can't connect to certain people. The only person I can connect to, the only host I can connect to on my personal Wi-Fi is MatiPit. For some reason, oh, I know why. It's because my connection type is NAT type 3. But anyway, we've got Cameron coming to the final few corners. But yeah, I'm using my building's Wi-Fi, not my personal Wi-Fi at the moment. So might be a bit of a risk me hosting. I think that could just tip it over the edge. It's just about coping with streaming, but streaming and hosting, I think it might just knock it over the. I think it might just tip it over the edge. But Cameron and Tezza have both finished their qualifying sessions. A. Thompson did actually move up into 3rd place at the end of the session there, so a great lap from him. Yeah, come on, we're already running late. What's an extra 5 minutes going to do? Come on, guys. We're going to restart this because it's just ridiculous. I think it's because of the fact that he's hosting. So that's the qualifying order then. That's the 14, the top 14. I'm just going to take a photo on my phone so I can just quickly refer to it. Easy. Right, that's it. Cool. Right. Going to make a new stream. This stream will now be known as qualifying, and the other stream will be known as Grand Prix. Cool.